So what is the IB? The IB is a program that is authorized by the International Baccalaureate Organization, and it's not for profit. It also provides some of the highest quality education around the world to students. At Town Center, we actually have two versions of the IB program. We have the regular DP program, which runs from grades 11 to 12. We also have a prep program, which runs from grades 9 to 10 and is designed to prepare students for what they will encounter if they choose to go into the regular DP program. There are some similarities between both of them, okay? So the prep program from 9 to 10 does use the learner profile, and like the 11 to 12 program, it's also very cross-curricular. There are some differences, whereas in the 11 to 12 DP program, we have internal assessments that are externally moderated by the IB. We don't really do that for the prep program. The prep program is marked by the teachers at Town Center. All courses that we run at Town Center are married to Ontario Ministry courses. So if students choose to take the DP program in 11 and 12, those courses will also be meeting ministry expectations. So students will be eligible to earn an Ontario Secondary School diploma. Now, the IB has 6 subject group areas, and students choose 6 courses, which they take over the course of 2 years, starting in grade 11. In addition to the 6 subject areas, there are 3 things that students have to do. So there's a course called the Theory of Knowledge, which is like a philosophy course. In that course, students examine the foundations of knowledge. How do you know what you know? How do you know what you're being taught in the other subject areas is actually true? In addition to the Theory of Knowledge, students do something called the Extended Essay. The Extended Essay is a 4,000-word essay, research essay, in one of the subject areas that students typically start in the first year and finish in the second year. Students choose their subject area, and it is usually a project that gives students a chance to develop an in-depth knowledge of the area that they're particularly interested in. In addition to the extended essay, the last thing students have to do is creativity, action, and service. We call that CAS. It's very similar to community service, but the difference is that in addition to the service element, which is like helping people in the community, we include creativity and action. So if students do something that's creative, it could be anything. It could be artistic, it could be through music, it could be just participating in developing something. That's creativity. That counts for CAS. If students learn something or just join one of our clubs, that counts as the action part, right? So just by being part of Town Center, students are developing the requirements to meet this final CAS requirement for the IB program. Now, DP course levels, just one thing I should explain. There are actually 2 levels of DP courses. There's HL and SL. HL are the higher level courses, and there's a little bit of extra content, and some of the assignments are different. SL stands for standard level, and typically the standard level courses have maybe 2 exam papers as opposed to 3 exam papers at the end. Teaching hours are different too. For standard level courses, there's 150 teaching hours, whereas the higher level courses, it's 240 teaching hours. Now, why take the IB? Like, why is it beneficial? There's actually a number of reasons why it's beneficial. Research shows that IB students actually get into universities at a higher rate than those who are not in the IB program. And that's partly because the IB program is recognized. Universities know it's high quality, so students who go through this tend to have a little bit of an advantage when they're applying to universities. And the data does show that. In addition to getting in, students tend to stay. And this is an important thing because, many times students get into universities, but then it's very difficult for them to adapt. This doesn't happen as much with IB students, and that's because IB students are already prepared for the difficulties of university life, because IB courses are actually the equivalent of first-year university courses. So by going through that process now in grades 11 and 12, students already have a taste of what it's like in university. So when they go to university, they're ready for the transition. IB diploma program recognition by universities. So if you complete the IB program, in particular, if you take an HL course and you do well in the HL course, there's a good chance that you can earn university credit. Okay, that's one of the things that can happen. It depends on the course, it depends on the university, but students can earn university credit for their HL courses. So it's one of the benefits of actually taking an IB course. The University of Toronto is one of the universities in Canada that offers transfer credit for IB courses. For the University of Toronto, typically what they would like students to have is a score of 5 or higher. Now the IB system goes 1 to 7. 5s tend to be fairly common. And so if students earn that 5, they could get a transfer credit from the university. And here's an example. We have a list of some of the courses that do earn credit at the University of Toronto, and we offer these courses. So biology, we offer biology at the SL level. So unfortunately for that, it's less likely to get a transfer credit. But we do offer chemistry at the HL level and English at the HL level, and both of those could earn university credit. Economics is another course that we offer at the HL level, and again, students can earn a credit for the University of Toronto. Mathematics, unfortunately, is SL, so it's unlikely. However, students can check with the university because some universities do offer SL credits as well. Psychology is another course, going down to the bottom, that does offer, we have that in the HL, and they do offer university credit at the University of Toronto. Okay, final thing I wanted to talk about. If you go through the IB program as a full IB student, you are eligible for IB specific entrance scholarships. That'll be determined based on your IB marks and the university that you apply to. But as you can see, this includes most of the universities in Canada. Okay, so most of the universities in Canada do have IB specific scholarships that they can give to students. They're quite generous with that. So if you earn enough points, final points for the IB, you can be eligible for these entrance scholarships. Okay, and lastly, this is just a sample of how some of our students have done in the past. This is from our 2019 to 2020 session. During that time, students earned a number of scholarships. So you can see here from the University of Toronto, the Business Management Co-op scholarship was earned for $1,500. You can also see that students earned scholarships for the University of Waterloo, McMaster, and Queen's University. A number of scholarships were also earned there. Ryerson as well is another example. Some students got entrance scholarships for around $4,000. University of Windsor and University of Guelph also included some scholarships. So overall, graduates at Town Center have done quite well in terms of scholarships, and also they have done well in terms of getting into universities. You can see these are samples of the universities that students have gone to in the past.